There's so much to know and so much to learn about marathon training. Here's my summary. Marathon training from A to Z, filmed on the run. A is for advice. There's a never-ending stream of advice on how to train for and run a marathon. There is no shortage of books, podcasts, YouTube videos, and blog posts filled with advice. Some of it is written by qualified and experienced coaches. Some of it, not so much. Read as much advice as you want, but feel free to ignore it as well. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may be something I have never even thought of before. So read the advice, but feel free to ignore it as well. B is for boring. Runs can be boring and long runs can be really boring. Either distract yourself on the run by running with a good group of friends, listening to a great playlist or podcasts, or using an app like Run Zombie, or embrace the boredom and use your run as a moving meditation or as a chance to ponder and consider those things that are going on in your life. Either way, keep going, even when it's boring. C is for chafing. As you begin training for a marathon, some chafing is inevitable. Prevent what you can and minimize the rest. Body Glide is your friend. D is for do it anyway. There will be some days where you really don't want to run. Run anyway. It's the only way the training happens. Some days you have to make yourself do it, even when you don't want to. E is for elimination. Nobody said that marathon training is glamorous. Pay attention to what you eat. Pay attention to what works and what doesn't, and what, we'll say, makes you have to make stops during your run. F is for fuel. Stay healthy and keep your body and your muscles energized by fueling properly in life and on the run. G is for gear, in particular running shoes. As you begin training for a marathon, get a good quality pair of running shoes that's suitable for you, your physiology, and your running style. Your legs and your knees will thank you. H is for hydration. Stay hydrated at all times. Drink water and lots of it. I is for injury. Unfortunately, injuries are a real risk in running and in marathon training. If you're injured or if you think you're injured, recover properly. There's always another marathon, but you don't get another body. J is for job, as in part-time job. Training for a marathon is the equivalent of a part-time job, so be sure you have enough time on your calendar to fit in the equivalent of a part-time job. K is for kinesiology. Good form and good mechanics is key to staying healthy and happy while you train for your marathon. L is for long run. Long runs are the key to marathon training. They teach your body and your mind endurance. Treat each long run like a dress rehearsal for race day, trying out the food, the hydration, the timing, and the clothing that you plan on using on marathon morning. M is for mental training. The marathon is as much a mental challenge as it is a physical one, so prepare your mind accordingly. N is for nutrition. What you eat before you run fuels your run. What you eat after you run refuels and replenishes your body. O is for overtraining. In a word, don't. Don't overtrain, take sufficient rest. Overtraining will only lead to injury, so be sure you don't. P is for plan. You cannot fake your way through marathon training. You need a plan and you need to stick to that plan. Either get a plan off the shelf or work with a coach to develop a plan that is more specific to you, your goals, your strengths, and your weaknesses. Q is for quitting, as in some days you'll really want to quit. Don't quit. The only way you are guaranteed to never finish a marathon is to quit training. Stick with it. Everyone has days they feel like quitting. Don't do it. Keep going. You can do it. R is for rest day. Take your rest days and enjoy them. Rest days are not slacking off from training. They're an important part of training. So take your days off, rest, and enjoy. S is for stretching. Stretch often. It keeps your muscles happy and healthy. T is for taper. The marathon taper is the last 3 or so weeks of your marathon training schedule. Your mileage decreases and your body and your mind replenishes and restores and gets ready for the challenge ahead. Beware, it's common for runners to feel a little off during the marathon taper, both physically and mentally. U is for UV rays. Your legs and your lungs will get most of the glory on your long runs, but your skin takes the most abuse. Protect your skin, wear sunscreen, and reapply often. Protect your skin as you train for your marathon. V is for visualization. Before you go for each run, imagine yourself feeling strong and doing great. Before the marathon, do the same thing. Imagine race day, imagine feeling strong, and see yourself doing amazing. W is for why. Know your why when training for marathon. Know why it's important to you and call on that why when you're tired, exhausted, and you feel like you want to quit. Okay, this one's a little bit of a cheat, but X is for exhaustion. Training for a marathon is exhausting, both mentally and physically. Be sure you're taking enough rest, rest your body, and rest your mind. And don't be surprised if your brain gets a little bit fuzzy after a long run. It happens to the best of us. Y is for yo-yoing confidence. Some days you'll feel amazing, other days you'll feel terrible and like this is the dumbest idea you've ever had. This is totally normal. You'll have up days and you'll have down days. Stick with it, you can do it. And Z is for zero doubt that you are amazing. You are running a marathon, you are training for a marathon. That is amazing, and don't ever forget it.